The final 2 episodes of Mayans MCAP on FX have been cancelled, and the Reaper is constantly killing off more beloved characters. Hope threw herself in the path of approaching traffic and was struck by a semi-truck in episode 8, abruptly ending her tragic arc. We may be upset that they are no longer with us, but this is the world they chose to live in, and they made the most of it. Letty will see them go. At this point, no one in the game, not even the player at the top of the call sheet, should be regarded as safe. The remaining parts of Diaz and Curse, the president and VP of the Oakland section of the Mayans, are toward the rear of the van as Killjoy and Garrow start episode 8 as they are driving. In retaliation for the murder of his father at Ver, Garrow killed Diaz, who was in charge of the Tuscan chapter when the gun was fired and the Mayan Civil War started. With the dead, Killjoy and Garrow are endeavoring to embroil an opponent group in the homicides, which is the main choice to get away from the ongoing situation. After putting the bodies outside of the gloomy bar at the clubhouse, where both Mayans were dressed in Sons of Anarchy shirts, they get there quickly. Killjoy then, at that point, teaches Garrow to ring the doorbell to illuminate the troubling bastards that Ashok is holding up outside. When Sophia arrives, Ease is putting himself through a rigorous workout. He gives her barely any consideration when she illuminates him. The Creeper wouldn't believe that he should persevere through this. She is unaware that Ease is responsible for the Creeper's death. As the grim bastards storm through the Mayans' front gate, Lucky, the club president, quickly places the 2 Mayans cuts from the members he found outside their doors on the ground. The Sons of Anarchy's interference and attempt to play peacekeepers in the ongoing conflict between the 2 clubs led the grim bastards to interpret this as a warning shot. As a result, it appears that the Mayan strategy worked. Ease appears to have achieved exactly what he wanted by turning the grim bastards against the Sons of Anarchy, making the club even more vulnerable as the odds against them increase. On the other hand, Marcus Alvarez is making breakfast for his family and seems to be trying to get back to some sense of normalcy rather than staying in his own sadness about being kicked out of the Mayans. However, Alvarez soon receives a phone call informing him that Daz has passed away, so the respite is only brief. Alvarez rips out of his own club shortly after being kicked out, gets on his first motorcycle, and sets out in search of answers. He makes a trip the whole way to Charmingware, looking for explanation. Rain Quinn, Redwood original, a lifelong Sons of Anarchy motorcycle club member, is hunkered down by him. Alvarez uses the threat of a gunshot to get Quinn to name the person who killed Daz, as he tells Alvarez that the Northern Charters and SA and Ciro had already broken the ceasefire after Hapley was shot and killed by the Reyes brothers. Quinn doesn't move as he holds the gun to his chin. Alvarez is still looking for information about Diaz's death, despite the fact that he was unaware of what had happened. Quinn tells him to start looking locally. Alvarez walks out of the clubhouse without speaking to anyone before returning home and puts the gun down. Alvarez burns everything down and removes